use, using this for educational purposes. I repeat, fair use, using this song for educational purposes. It's Coolio, by the way, if y'all youngins don't know.
Everybody listen up, cause I'm about to get my speak on. Fools be tripping when it's time to get they freak on. When around there, putting it down without no protection for the erection. When it's time for selection, what's your direction before you make a choice? You better do some inspection. If you don't know my aim and don't know my game, then let me explain that. I used to sleep with Mark and Mark slept with Tina. And Tina slept with Javier the first time he seen a Javier slept with Lupe and Lucas slept with Rob. Cause he was rolling on beats and had a good ass job. Rob slept with Lisa who slept with Steven. Steve was positive, HIV. But started off as a plan, ended up in the plot. You better cool your ass off cause it's too damn hot.
It's too hot lately.
What's going on, y'all? I just wanted to start that off with that song, because this topic that I'm talking about this afternoon is about Lil Nas X. Now, for all the black people that support the LGBT, for all the black people who is LGBT, this is not a diss, this is not a hate. I understand in this era, opinions really get people ruffled. And if you don't go along with everybody else is saying or thinking, then, and you thinking something the opposite, somehow you get put on the outside. So I say all that to say, again, it's not a diss to the black LGBT community or black people who support the LGBT community. Lil Nas X is like a cancer. And the reason why I say he's like a cancer, because if you don't get rid of that cancer, either cut it out or use chemo to get rid of it, it's eventually going to eat the body up. So look at the black community as a whole, and he's a cancer. And cancer is more than one cancer. So I can hear people right now listening to this who might come across this like, Lil Nas X is not the reason for everything that's going on in the world. I totally agree. But he is a cancer that needs to be rid in the black community, just like that gangster culture, that killer nigga culture is a cancer that needs to get rid. That slut rap, that needs to get rid. All that needs to go. And a lot more other cancers in the black community need to go. But I'm talking about this particular cancer, which is Lil Nas X. Now, he been doing a lot of bullshit of late. From performing at the BET Awards, kissing the, man and all in the mouth. His shoe, his Satan shoe, his video where he was dancing, giving the devil a lap dance, and now this current video where he's in a fucking prison dancing naked with other black men. Like, yo, prison is not a fairy tale or a good place to go, first of all. And a lot of black men have been gang raped and violated in prison. I'm going to repeat that. A lot of black men been gang raped and violated in prison. Ain't nobody in there talking about, they don't like that. Now, the people who rock like that, they already know who them people is in prison. But a lot of black men do get raped, gang raped, and violated in prison, and a lot of it happens in the showers. So for him to shoot a video in the shower, oh wow, that's crazy. That's crazy. So he promoting penitentiary gay life, which is not a good culture, not something that black men is running around smiling about, because every black man I know was like, shit, they used to go to sometimes shower with their clothes on, some of their clothes on, or they got to down there have somebody on the outside of the shower with a shank just in case something go down. Hey, it's not a pretty place, man. So for this record label, which is Sony is the top dog. I can't think of all the other people who's connected to Lil Nas X, but Sony is one of the record labels who promotes his music and distribute his music. These are white people. They have an agenda. A lot of black folk, like I said in the beginning, See, we if we say something about something, we get emotional. See, we got to learn to think critically and not think emotionally. That's why we get taken when it comes to politics and all that. That's a whole nother story, but that's why they do us the way they do us, because we too emotional. We need to start thinking like, yo, okay, if you're an adult and you 21 years old and you of age and you want to partake in that gay lifestyle, that's your thing, man. Do your thing, man. If you want to lay up with a bunch of men and all that type of stuff and just have an orgy, that's your thing, brother. You grown, we do what we want to do. It's men out here who lay up with a bunch of women. It's women out here who lay up with a bunch of men. They grown, that's their choice. Now people gonna talk about it and say something about it, but that's their choice, they grown. But think about how Lil Nas got introduced to the industry and to the world. He got introduced through a song called Rodeo or Cowboy, some cowboy song. And it was like a kid song. And all the kids loved that song. And that song was very popular in the whole nine, right? So he got marketed. He didn't come out getting marketed to adults. Like, oh, Lil Nas X is for the adults. Lil Nas X came out marketed towards the kids. That's where he got marketed at, right? So, as he continues to move on in this industry, which he's being helped, because like Tariq Nasheed, shout out to Tariq Nasheed, and this is a good point. This is something y'all can Google. What tour is Lil Nas X on? What tour is Lil Nas X headlining? Where is all his so-called fans? Because y'all know, people can buy streams and buy units and buy all this stuff and make a person look big, right? And say, oh, he got the #1 song. Yeah, if you got a machine behind you buying all the units and buying all the streams, anybody can be big. But really Google, y'all. Google Lil Nas X World Tour. And I'll wait. Ain't nobody checking for that man like that, yo. It's a section of people who like him, but ain't nobody checking for that man like that. It's the kids, man. You feel me? It's the kids. And parents know damn well they would not send their kids to a Lil Nas X concert. So they forcing this young man, black man, down our throats. He's on Sesame Street. Again, he's a grown man. Why is he on Sesame Street with kids? Like, y'all have to understand what's being put in front of us right now. So I say all that to say how I started this video off with Coolio, the rapper, gangster rapper. Coolio had hits on top of hits, and Coolio was part of a group called WC and the Mad Circle. Anybody who know Dub C is the guy who's connected to Ice Cube that had the super group West Side, which we had Ice Cube, Dub C, and I forget my man, Mac 10. All gangsters. So that's what the branch that Coolio came from. He just branched off from WC and did his own thing. It was WC and the Mad Circle. He was part of the Mad Circle. Coolio went and did his own thing. And he became hot. He had a lot of hits. But in his height and at his height of his career, he also was conscious enough to make a song called Too Hot. So for all the youngins who heard the song in the beginning, who might come across this video, listen to that song. If anybody just now catching what I'm saying, Google Coolio Too Hot, the song. In the song, it's a very dope song. Very dope beat, very dope video. But the message is HIV and AIDS. Because in my era, I'm 44 years old. We had Eazy-E die in 95. Well, before that, we had Magic Johnson in 92, or 91, 92, come out as HIV positive. 1995, Eazy-E died, and a lot of other things was going on in the hip-hop world, which made a lot of rappers at the time who was on the charts, dominating the charts, just like they say Lil Nas X is dominating the charts. They made songs about HIV and AIDS, right? Or they made songs about let's stop killing. Now, why, if Lil Nas X is supposed to be such a leader, such the chart-topping superstar they say he is, then why he hasn't made a song talking about all these black men in Atlanta, all these black men in America who's dying from HIV or who's contracting HIV and getting AIDS? Tell me why. When he kissed that man in the mouth live on BET, which is no longer owned by Bob Johnson, it's owned by Red Connor or some Red Cornerstone or some Jewish old white man, and then his family is like the tentacles that's going to eventually run everything that he has. But they the ones who own BET, Viacom, MTV, VH1, all the shit that got all the bullshit shit for black people, they own. So he was allowed to kiss a whole man in the mouth. Don't you know you can get herpes in the mouth by kissing? Don't you know you can get certain diseases by kissing? So little boys, let's say a little boy do want to be like that. Is Lil Nas X gonna tell him like, hey, now be responsible. You can be that way, but be responsible. That's like telling a kid. Lil Nas X is like telling the kid that got a brand new fast Charger or Challenger, and the parents don't nobody warn this little boy that you need to be responsible with this car, because guess what happened if you rev it up and hit a corner too fast, or you speed and you hit a bump or something, you can kill yourself and crash and kill other people. So wouldn't it be, if he's so LGBT, and they know, again, that's why I said what I said to the black LGBT family. I ain't gonna say community, because y'all still part of us. Because I got a gay uncle, and a lot of other people got gay members in their family that they love. Ain't nobody around here jumping and beating on black people, gay black people. Let's get the fuck out of there. I got a homegirl whose sister is gay. Ain't nobody going around, man, F old girl. She's still cool with us. We still speak. We might not condone it. We might say, that ain't my thing, but we're still love. So ain't nobody hating on Lil Nas X when it comes to his sexuality. It's all about responsibility, though. Why that man not being responsible and telling the kids, okay, if you want to be gay or if you choose to be gay, remember, it's matter of fact, Sesame Street would have been the perfect time to say it. They handing out condoms to kids at 10 years old in Illinois and Chicago. So why he didn't just come out and say, hey guys, let's talk about STDs? To let the little boys know that they can't be around here just kissing and having raw sex and just be like, I'm gay and I can do what I want to do. No, you got to be responsible. That's like an adult as me being responsible. You can't be just sticking your thing in people and then stick your thing in that person. Man, you got to be responsible, man. Same thing with women. You can't just let a gang of men just run up in you and you not getting yourself checked out, or you not telling your partners if you got an STD or nothing. It's dangerous. So I just wanted to point that out about Lil Nas X's, why he is not talking about the responsibility of being gay. Being gay ain't all about putting on some rainbow flag and some bright color ass shoes and with a flag and running around the street half naked, twerking, talking about I'm gay. Okay, that's cool. It's America. Do your thing. But what about the flip side? What about the other side? What about the dark side? What about all the black men that's running around here that get HIV and scared to tell their family members or scared to tell their partners or partner, and it just continue to spread and continue to spread, and you have so many black men that's gonna die eventually. Now they got good medicine out here, but eventually they're gonna die with AIDS. Why Lil Nas X ain't talking about that? And he supposed to be the top dog the superstar on the charts. Coolio was a top dog in the 90s on the charts in his particular era, and he ran it for a minute. And he still made a song called Too Hot, which we still was grooving to, even though it had a message. So you can make music with a message. But my last thing I want to say to y'all, Google who runs the music industry. See, a lot of us is convinced, or they done convinced a lot of us, especially the youngins, that Jay-Z, Puffy, all these gatekeeping niggas is the ones who run hip-hop. No, them niggas get a check from the top dogs to hold the gate of who they gonna let in and who they not gonna let in. That's why Puffy hoe ass had to come on social media and say, man, I applaud Lil Nas X. Because if he want to keep getting that check and hold that gatekeeping position, his bitch ass had to do that. See? Google who really runs the music industry. It's 4 families, 4 white men who run the music industry. And from there, it's tentacles. And they got tiers. They got levels. Matter of fact, if anybody listen to this, go to my community post, because I'm going to post up the tier of who runs who in the music industry. I got it from Wesley Muhammad, Instagram. You know, he put it up, and I snatched it, and I'm going to put it up. And I want y'all to see who really runs the music industry, man. It's not no Jay-Z. It's not no Puffy. It's none of them niggas. Them niggas is gatekeepers. Them niggas the ones who say, boss, can we let such and such in? Yeah, we'll let them in. Boss, can we let such and such in? No, we can't let that person in. That's what them niggas is. They gatekeepers. And that's why they pay them niggas. And they gotta do little shit to make sure they keep their gatekeeping job. So, y'all enjoy your Sunday afternoon. I just want to come on here and touch base on that. Just give y'all something to think about, man. Like, we got to start critically thinking. Stop being emotional and start really thinking like, yo, hold up. So y'all enjoy your afternoon, man. Peace.